U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers celebrate 29 years by conducting a pilgrimage at the headquarters grounds. Tzu Chings, also current medical students, participate in TIMA's free clinic in serving the homeless in Taiwan. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. 29 years ago, a couple in Northern California introduced Tzu Chi to the United States. Ever since then, the seeds of love has sprouted and grown into a big tall tree. As Tzu Chi USA celebrates its 29th anniversary, volunteers from all over the country came and participated in the prostrating pilgrimage in order to express their sincere gratitude.
To celebrate the 29th anniversary of Tzu Chi USA, Tzu Chi volunteers conducted a prostrating pilgrimage with gratitude.
Since my feet are not in ideal conditions, I wear shoes to protect them. I wear shoes to participate in the pilgrimage. I feel very joyful, and I hope Tzu Chi volunteers in the U.S. will work hard in carrying out Tzu Chi's missions.
Since my grandson attends Tzu Chi Academy here, I decided to come to learn how to chant Buddhist sutras during my spare time. I also help wash vegetables in the cafeteria. If everyone contributes a little bit, this world would be a better place.
Starting with Tzu Chi's USA 4th anniversary, every year we would come from New Jersey to attend the anniversary celebration here. Each time we feel like people who are returning home.
The main purpose of the pilgrimage is to calm everyone's minds. We've just returned from Northern California, from the aid distribution in Paradise City. We also shared how we are conducting disaster relief in Paradise, hoping to inspire people's compassion.
Dharma Master Denyen expects us to feel for others, as there are many natural and man-made disasters happening all around the world. We want to inspire the kind thoughts in everyone and work together to help cultivate more compassion in the U.S. population.
Tzu Chi volunteers in the U.S. gathered their strength of compassion and celebrated the 29th anniversary of Tzu Chi USA. They're also ready to embrace future challenges in carrying out Tzu Chi's work.
After the 3/11 earthquake and tsunami, Tzu Chi volunteers have been continuously caring for the affected residents in northeastern Japan. For 8 years now, the volunteers kept their promise to always come back to celebrate the year-end blessing ceremony with the residents. This year was no exception.
Tzu Chi volunteers from Tokyo are busy putting the equipment on the bus. They're heading to the northeast region of Japan for the annual blessing ceremony, which is held in December. For 8 years, the volunteers have been driving 6 hours to get to the city of Ishinomaki. None of them complained about the trip. After arriving, they immediately went to the nursing home to visit old friends. This 92-year-old senior lost everything after the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. Now she lives on a pension. Despite her hardship and health challenges, after meeting Tzu Chi in 2015, her life has finally begun to settle down.
I'm very glad to see everyone again. I heard the volunteers will come in December. I was excited and have been waiting for you guys ever since.
From living on the $234 subsidy each month at the temporary residence to moving to this nursing home, volunteers have stayed by her side and never left. This long-lasting relationship deeply moved the volunteer, who reported the senior situation back to Tzu Chi.
Back in 2015, a Tzu Chi volunteer invited me to Tokyo to watch a sutra adaptation. I was touched by the performance. When I came back home, I made a vow to learn from you, to become a volunteer and help people in need.
During these years, the closest person to a senior is the volunteer.
The volunteers who had stayed over there were all devoted to their work. They understand Tzu Chi and know our mission as well. We need to rely on them because we live far away. The presence of volunteers is very important. This can help us continue the love and care of people in need.
Although there were only 10 volunteers in the northeast region, This small power comes with goodwill, not only bringing love into communities, but also into institutions. This shows the seeds of great love have been spread.
Turning our cameras to China, Tzu Chi volunteers in Dongguan, Guangdong held an entrepreneur gathering, encouraging many participants to do their part for society. Whether it be actively doing good deeds or providing financial assistance to those who are in need, many of the event attendees were deeply moved by what Tzu Chi volunteers have been doing for people all over the world. They vowed to give back in whatever ways they can. Dongguan entrepreneurs and Tzu Chi volunteers are all happily preparing for the event. Each table is in close proximity for easy exchange between participants, forming good affinities.
What touched me the most was the fact that when I was in my 30s, I fell ill. At that time, I was looking for a type of spiritual support. I asked myself that if I do not get a chance to see the sunrise tomorrow, what have I done? What have I contributed to society?
My father was diagnosed with lung cancer a few years ago. At the hospital, all I felt was this depression. After visiting Tzu Chi Hospital, I didn't get that nervous vibe. There wasn't really any doctor-patient hierarchy. It was a feeling of harmony. It's the first time that I've been seeing something like that. I was really moved.
After all, as Tzu Chi volunteers, we're all doing good deeds. We also need compassionate giving from those who can't afford it. So for these entrepreneurs, they may not have time to give right now, but they can give in other ways. We hope that by providing financial assistance to those who are in need will touch their hearts, so that one day they too can join in the ranks of Tzu Chi volunteers to walk the Tzu Chi path with us.
Many entrepreneurs are busy with work. They don't have much downtime to mindfully reflect. It's with great hope they will now cultivate their blessings and be spiritually wealthy. Staying in Guangdong, local Tzu Chi volunteers pay monthly visits to nursing homes, bringing the much-needed love and care to the senior residents there. This time, they performed a tea ceremony and made handcrafted art pieces with the elders. Tzu Chi volunteers' continuous unconditional giving makes the seniors feel like they're close, like family.
Tzu Chi volunteers conducted their monthly nursing home visit despite the cold weather. Shandong Nursing Home high up on the mountain has about 80 seniors. Today, the silence of the area is punctuated with constant laughter. Seniors were all touched by the solemn tea ceremony. The tea also calmed their mind. This grandmother was inspired to share her thoughts on stage.
跟家里的人，奶奶呀、婆婆呀、媳妇，大家一起好好相处哈，家庭就和睦，家庭就和睦，就是为社会做了一些贡献，对不对？
Volunteers took time to cut some paper flowers for seniors to decorate the space. This grandpa has decorated a colorful paper heart for himself. At the Baoan nursing home, volunteers took pictures to capture beautiful moments with these seniors.
Speaking of family, many of the elderly population quickly find themselves becoming solitary seniors once their adult children move out of the home. In order to care for the seniors in Ezhou, Hubei Tzu Chi volunteers led local university students to the nearby Senior Citizen Activity Center. The goal was for them to seize the opportunity to both interact and care for the grandpa and grandmas there.
At the center, most of the grandparents' children left home due to work or marriage. Tzu Chi volunteers brought students of Huazhong University of Science and Technology to pay a visit.
感触很深的地方就是，
To spend time with lots of seniors is a very special experience for me. I haven't done it for a while. Usually I hang out with my classmates and talk to my parents on the phone. I don't have the opportunity to participate in group caring activities.
When I was little, my grandparents passed away. Therefore, I don't have many chances to interact with the seniors.
所以你今天害怕吗？看到这么多老人？
有点那个拘谨。
有点。那你敢不敢上去握他们的手？
这个是可以的。
这个可以。
对。
那敢不敢开口说话？说爷爷我爱你，你会不会说？
这个有点害羞。
As the volunteers and seniors do the activities together, the center was full of laughter. The sign language recital touched many students' heart. The importance of filial piety is also acknowledged.
I was brought up by my grandparents, so I have deep feelings for the seniors. I think my perspectives are different from others. In order to care for the elders, we need to start by ourselves, and after that, we can inspire people around us to do so.
In addition, a Taiwanese businessman opened a restaurant at the center, providing free meals for citizens over 80 years old. They can enjoy the food while having conversation with the others. The feeling of loneliness is fading away.
In Taiwan, Tzu Chings from the Zhongshan Medical University participated in TIMA's free clinic, serving many homeless individuals. In addition, the students also prepare various food ingredients and cook delicious vegetarian dishes for the homeless population. This greatly warmed both their stomachs and their hearts. A gesture of kindness really does go a long way.
Tzu Chings from Zhongshan Medical University helped wash and cut vegetables. Much of the ingredients were donated by kind-hearted market vendors.
We were able to receive a box of cabbage, a white gourd, and a box of Chinese cabbage, thanks to the support of the vendors.
The kitchen volunteers mindfully turned these ingredients into delicious vegetarian dishes and shared them with everyone. The homeless individuals are moved to tears.
Tzu Chi has helped me get through the tough times.
The Tzu Chings have come to help out, providing hope and care for homeless people. We are very grateful.
The homeless individuals happily participate in the activities. They are also inspired to help other less fortunate people. At the Ren'ai Homeless Social Welfare Foundation Care Station, TIMA members have also held a free clinic. The doctors provide medical care and the pharmacists prepare medicines. Tzu Chings from Zhongshan Medical University sings on oldies and play violin. A student from Malaysia has attended a free clinic for the first time, and she has gained much.
I've learned much. I feel really good that I can contribute and help out.
I'm very grateful to TIMA for providing free clinics and free haircut services for these disadvantaged populations. This is not easy to accomplish.
Learning to care for the homeless from TIMA members, Tzu Chings also make the vow that, as they practice medicine in the future, they pledge to help underprivileged people.
Staying on the topic of youth giving back to society, there's a rice cultivation class at the Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University. It teaches the students how to grow rice from scratch. It has already been a year and the crops are finally ready to be harvested. It's a great way for the students to get hands-on learning while appreciating the hard work of farming. What a valuable lesson.
The crops in the rice plantation are ready to be harvested. Little farmers can't wait to go into the field.
It started with a seed and now it has developed and opened up like this. You need to give rice space so that it can grow naturally. Basically, it can develop well without fertilizers.
The rice cultivation class is specially designed for students in Tzu Chi Senior High School. This rice field is the result of their effort for a year.
We planted them as seeds and we came here to take care of them every class.
Once it's grown, we need to protect it from birds and insects. We have been very cautious all the time.
Students pull up their pants and sleeves to try out their first rice harvesting experience. Every step may seem easy but requires full attention. Students have come to understand the hard work of farmers and also realize the importance of agriculture in the era of extreme weathers.
The seeds have memory. If it has grown here for a cycle, it will gradually adapt to the environment and develop better for the next period. It will adjust to the ground better.
Students tied up their harvested crops and hang them up to dry them. Continually, they must record the moisture during the drying stage. Students have learned to appreciate and cherish the farmer's effort, and that's the most valuable lesson they will take home.
Indonesia, known as the country of 1,000 islands, is rich in natural resources and filled with abundant fields. In Kalimantan province, the land is especially fertile. However, most farmers and villagers do not know how to use it properly. That's why a team of Tzu Chi volunteers went and taught them some basic farming knowledge, hoping to improve the impoverished farmers' quality of life. At the same time, they also convey the idea of organic farming and promote the idea of how vegetables can reduce carbon emissions. Kalimantan is a fertile land with a unique agricultural environment. However, most residents do not know how to use the natural resources. Therefore, Tzu Chi volunteers went and helped the impoverished farmers.
There are a lot of chemical fertilizers on the market. These types of fertilizers are harmful to both the environment and one's health. So this time, we especially introduced organic fertilizers to the farmers. This included producing compost, which increases nutrients.
From composting to how to properly irrigate, volunteers patiently explain each step. The program started back in July. Some residents have harvested a variety of vegetables already.
I can grow my own vegetables now. I no longer need to spend money to buy them at the market.
It's a great program, very helpful to us villagers. I never knew how to plant vegetables until now. Also planting turmeric, I can sell it and cover my living expenses.
Organic farming can both safeguard Mother Earth and provide nutrient-filled vegetables, benefiting one's health. The Tzu Chi Foundation recognizes the importance of giving the youth an appropriate platform in order for them to showcase their creativity. That's why they encourage the young people to conduct charity projects that benefit the society as a whole. Today, we'll introduce to you a program in New Taipei City involving a 30-year-old knitting factory. Since the textile industry has been in gradual decline, the owner's daughter gathered her classmates and initiated a program to teach people how to knit and weave. They hope to keep this industry alive and well.
那么远的地方来呀，很欢迎，很欢迎。哎，小鲨鱼终于给你补好了。哎，我们来看看它哈。
Just off the plane, Tzu Chi and his mother from Hong Kong rushed to the 30-year-old textile factory, New Taipei Xinzhuang, to get back his little stuffed animal.
有点怎样？拔门。哎，因为这个嘴巴要弄哈不太好弄，所以有给它弄一点点进去啊。但是慢慢它会这样，因为它现在还有一点。
The shark seems to be in good condition, but in fact it has undergone major repairs. 25-year-old Tzu Chi received the soul shark when he was in junior high school and has been his constant companion. He not only slept with it, but also put its image as his home screen on his cell phone. The longer he spent with it, the deeper the feelings he had for it, though the little shark began to break down.
After checking, I think it was extremely damaged. The condition was quite serious, and he said I couldn't find someone to help him in Hong Kong.
I put it on my bed when I go to sleep. It's a good companion. Yes, I'm very fond of it. And I've gone on a number of trips with it, and I take it with me every time.
Because of this cherished toy, this person did not hesitate to come from so far away. Now his heart can rest at ease. Mr. Chen feels the same sense of accomplishment. If not for his commitment to the continued survival of his factory, he wouldn't be able to help this individual. This afternoon, the factory seems to have a new spirit and vitality that hasn't been seen for a long time.
I started doing this knitting work in 1973, so I have a lot of feelings for it. I certainly hope that this industry can keep going on.
More than a year ago, Mr. Chen's daughter recruited her good friend Yuna to launch a textile regeneration project. They borrowed the skills of the master knitter and started 6 different courses. Today, they are learning embroidery.
When it comes to your own clothes or family sweaters that have holes, it's a pity to throw them away. We can just bring them here to fix it.
We think that if you have this technical skill, we should preserve it. If it doesn't stay in Taiwan, then we'll soon lose it.
In addition to working with a needle and thread to fix clothing, there's also an advanced class which uses a hand knitting machine to slowly knit a piece of clothing. For fashion designer Xie Wanjun, this is really an eye-opening experience.
In the future, I want to develop a brand, so I want to know more about the different characteristics of various fabrics.
Coming into Xie's studio, simple black and white styles are on display. This fashion brand was co-founded with her husband. She was excited to take out a blouse that was made from material that was woven that day in class.
He has asked us what we want to do. I told him that I want to make the clothes.
She is a 30-something individual who initially studied architectural design. Like many women, she adored beautiful things and dreamed of studying fashion design. In 2014, she decided to go to Milan to learn fashion design. After returning to Taiwan following her studies, she learned that traditional skills are irreplaceable for fashion design.
There are elements where we blend in Eastern culture or make it younger and more modernized. Our current series is mainly based on plain woven fabrics.
The textile industry has been in gradual decline and has moved away. A number of old factories are living on as they are reliant upon the second generation of ownership for growth. Young people are thinking about how to revive this industry and also inspire a new generation of designers who are now having a chance to witness and pass on old skills. Everyone hopes that one day this textile and weaving industry will last long into the future.
Starting from 5 years ago,新店 Tzu Chi volunteers will regularly visit local nursing homes. This year, just before the holiday seasons, volunteers especially brought the holiday festivities to the senior residents there. There was even a surprise guest, Santa Claus, that made a grand appearance. The atmosphere was filled with endless laughter and joy. Let's check out these happy senior residents. Thank you for joining us. Stay happy and healthy. See you next time.